Process of creative thinking. While standing under the shade of an apple tree, Sir Isaac Newton saw an apple fall to the ground. The story of the falling apple has become one of the lasting and iconic examples of the creative moment. Newton worked on his ideas about gravity for nearly 20 years until in 1687 he published his groundbreaking book. The falling apple was merely the beginning of a train of thought that continued for decades. Creativity is a process, it is not an event. Let's see what are the process of creative thinking. Before going to the details, please remember to subscribe this channel. Do watch other videos in this channel. Share it with students and those who love learning psychology. Thank you. Process of creative thinking. Creative individuals generally go through 4 steps to bring their ideas to fruit. That is preparation, incubation, illumination and verification. These stages were first articulated by Graham Wallas, a social psychologist and co-founder of the London School of Economics, who outlined the primary stages of the creative process in his 1926 book on creativity called The Art of Thought. The 4 stages of creative process each flow logically into the next phase of the process. So let's see each of these phases in detail. In the creative thinking process, the first step is preparation. Here you define the problem, need or desire and then collect any information regarding the topic or the problem. As you begin the creative journey, the first stage involves preparation work and idea generation. The goal is to acquire as much as knowledge you can about the topic or the problem. Here, you are trying to absorb as much as information as possible. For this, you gather materials and conduct research that could spark an interesting idea. In this first part of the process, your brain is using its memory bank to draw on knowledge and past experience to generate original ideas. In the preparation stage, you gather information, then you read, sort, evaluate, organize and outline it. You do anything that can help you move towards finding a solution. You want to immerse yourself in the topic or the problem. So, the first step is preparation. You need to acquire as much as knowledge you can. Then you work on it. Second stage is incubation. It involves mentally processing the information you collected in stage 1. The information will begin to make sense in your mind. So you begin making new connections, separating out unnecessary information and cultivating new thoughts. As you move through the incubation stage, you want to slowly step back from the topic or the problem and let your mind contemplate and work through potential solutions or ideas. Letting your mind wander, it leads to greater creativity. The unconscious thought process involved in creative thinking is at work during this stage. So here, consciously you are not thinking about the problem or the work, but the unconscious process is involved in this stage. Here you want to stop consciously thinking of the topic or the problem. And what you need to do? You need to turn your attention to something else. You may go for a walk, for a jog, or something to relax yourself. Basically, anything that can give your conscious mind a rest, you can do that. You want to give your unconscious mind time to digest all the material you gathered in the first stage, that is the preparation stage. All the information that you gathered slowly, it starts to take a subconscious effect. You stop consciously thinking about the problem you are trying to solve. This is the incubation period, and after a period of incubation, the creative ideas often occur unexpectedly. When you have finished actively thinking about your idea, in this stage, you need to let it go. You might work on other project or take a break from the creative process. That is what it means in incubation stage. And this is the important stage of the process. Whatever it is, it may be a story, a song, or a problem, it will be incubating in the back of your mind. And somebody said that the incubation stage may take minutes, sometimes weeks, or even years. It depends. So, this is the incubation stage, the second stage of creative thinking process. Third stage, that is the illumination. First, it was preparation stage, then incubation, and now illumination. This is the stage where the idea which has been incubating suddenly takes the shape. This is the aha moment or the light bulb moment. This usually comes when you are not actively thinking of a solution or creative idea. You are often doing something else, maybe exercising, taking a shower, driving, or just relaxing. And suddenly idea comes to your mind. You will typically have an emotional reaction or joy, knowing you have found the idea or solution for which you have been searching. Suddenly, the ambiguous becomes clear. The idea appears suddenly and comes with a feeling of certainty. This is when all the pieces to the puzzle seem to fit together. Your overwhelming impulse is to get ideas down on the paper or other recording instrument. Unlike the other stages, illumination is very brief, involving a tremendous rush of insight within a short period of time. In this third stage, the answer to your creative quest strikes you. For example, you overcome writer's block by figuring out the ending to your story. It can take you by surprise, but after the incubation stage, an idea has emerged. That is the brief, sudden stage that takes place called illumination. Then comes verification. After you come up with a creative idea, you want to determine if it will work or not. Therefore, in the final stage of the creative thinking process, you want to evaluate, test, and hopefully verify the idea that came to you in the illumination stage. You need to use your analytical and critical thinking skills to evaluate your idea. If the idea or solution is not going to work, you may have to go back through the creative process from the beginning. Or if everything seems fine, if you just need some minor modification, then the creative process is complete. So verification, it is the final stage of the creative process. It is when the hard work happens. Your creative product might be a physical object, an advertising campaign, a song, a novel, architectural design, anything, any item or object that you set out to create, propelled by that initial idea that popped into your head. Now you finalize your design, bring your idea to life, and share it with the world. Let's have a quick recap on what we have learned. We have learned the 4 stages or process of creative thinking. It includes the preparation first stage, then incubation. Here you will relax, and then finally the aha moment occur. It's illumination. Then the verification. You need to verify it, you need to analyze and evaluate it, and then it comes into reality, what you have thought in the initial stage. So this is the process of creative thinking. Hope you like this video. Please share and subscribe. Thank you and keep smiling.